15.6. I think we're going to do one or two questions here, just on the general procedure. Right? So the general procedure is we need to find the slope, and then we use the equation of a line formula as shown here. Okay, so we need the equation of a line that goes through the points 1, 8 and 3, 4. And we're going to use the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And then we take them away like so. Just leave yourself empty brackets. So when you're doing this in the calculator, my advice is to pre-prepare the calculator like this. And just slot in the numbers accordingly. Okay, so for question 2, we can say that this is x1, y1. And this is x2, y2. And what we can say is that it's 4 take away 8. 4 take away 8. And then on the bottom, it's going to be 3 take away 1. 4 take away 8, 3 take away 1. So take away 8, 3 take away 1, and we know the answer to be minus 2. Next thing we do is you can pick either point to go into your equation of line formula. I'll just pick the first point. So it's going to be y minus 8 equals minus 2 into x minus 1. Multiplied out, y minus 8 equals minus 2 times x is minus 2x, minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2. Then move it to the left, and we get 2x plus y, and then it's minus 8 minus 2, which is minus 10. And that equals 0. So that's question 2 done. Now we're going to move on to question 5, which will be something similar, I reckon. So question 5, same deal. We're going to do the slope formula, and then we're going to find the slope, and then we're going to fill in the equation of the line. So this should be relatively quick and painless for you guys. So call that x1, y1, call this one x2, y2. Then do 7, what's it, minus 3 on top, and then on the bottom it's going to be minus 6. And it's going to be minus 8. So what we do here is we get a slot in our numbers here, go from the start. So 7, take away minus 3, and minus 6 underneath. And then an 8 here, minus 5 over 7. Okay, so that's a slope of minus 5 over 7. Once again, I'm going to take the first point, which is 8 and minus 3. You could also use minus 6 and 7, whichever one you want, but I'm going to take, you can use any point that's on the line. And because both points are on the line, they both qualify. But I'm going to use minus 3, which we all know is a plus 3. And then I'm going to use minus 5 over 7 for the slope. And then it's going to be x, and then minus x1, which is minus 8. It's division of 7 on the right, which will make it multiplication of 7 on the left. So 7 times y is 7y, 7 times 3 is 21. Then multiplying the minus 5, and we get minus 5x plus 40. Move everything to the left, so we get 5x plus 7y. And then you get 21 take away 40, because the 40 comes out of your side, comes minus 40, and that is minus 19 equals 0. So look guys, there's questions 2 and 5 done. It's easy enough stuff, alright? Now I'm going to go to question 12, which is that little bit harder, okay? Find the equation of a line containing the point 5 minus 1 and passing through the midpoint of 6, 3. A representation of what this looks like, okay? So first of all, the line we're looking for goes through 5 minus 1. So that's 5 across minus 1 down, represented by the blue point. These 2 points here I'm going to represent in red, 6, 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the red point there. and then minus 2, minus 1, which is here. Okay, so we need to find the midpoint of the two red dots. And to do this, we can use the midpoint formula, which is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And that's 6, 3 can be my x1, y1, and minus 2 minus 1 can be my x2, y2. So it's going to be 6 plus minus 2 over 2, and the other one is going to be 3 plus minus 1 over 2. This gives me a midpoint. That turns into 4 over 2, which is 2. This one turns into 2 over 2, which is 1. So the point 2, 1 should be the midpoint. 2 across, 1 up. And we can see that this red dot is in fact the midpoint. 2 across, 5 across, 2. Oh, 1 sec, lads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. I did 7, 3, not 6, 3 at the start. It's my fault. So you can see that's the point 6, 3. Now, and this is the point minus 2, minus 1. Now, the line it wants is between the blue dot and the two blue dots, the midpoint and the midpoint and the original point he gave me, which was 5 minus 1. So I need to find the slope of this line. We can see it's a negative slope, so we call this x1, y1, and call this x2, y2. And the first thing we're going to do then is we're going to find the slope. Okay, so it's 5 minus 1 as x1, y1. So we do the slope formula again, where we take them away from each other. Slope formula being y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it's 1 y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Pop this into the calculator. As shown. So that should be a 5. This should be a 2. This one should be a minus 1. And this one should be a 1. And the answer we get for that is minus 2 over 3, which is what we expect. Look at it. It's 2 down and 3 across in between the 2 points. So we were expecting a slope of minus 2 over 3. Okay, which is equal to this here. Now, we're going to do the equation of the line, which is y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. We know the slope is minus 2 over 3. We need an x1 value and a y1 value. So once again, you can choose either point. You could choose this point here, or you could choose the midpoint. I'm just going to choose 2, 1 is nice and easy. No negative numbers, so I'm going to choose 2, 1. So we call that x1 and call this one y1. So it's going to be y1 is 1, and then x minus 2 here. Multiplication, division of 3 on the right is multiplication of 3 on the left, so it's 3 times this, so it's going to be 3y minus 3. Then minus 2x plus, then minus 2 is plus 4. Bring everything over one side, and we get 2x plus 3y, and it's minus 3 minus 4, which is minus 7, and that's equal to 0. And you're done. So it's on 2, 5, and 12. And now we're going to do 13, just for the lols. The line L contains the point 2, 2 and minus 1, 4. The line K contains the point minus 4, 1 and is perpendicular to L. Find the equation of K. Okay, so we might once again just use a visual representation to pretty much show you what we're doing, so it's not just all in your mind. Okay, so here's my graph, and we have an XY axis again, like last time. Now, the point 2, 2 is here, and the point minus 1, 4 is here. So the two of these guys are a line, okay? So these two are the black line I'm just after drawing here, okay? That's no bother. Now, there's another point which is minus 4, 1, which is minus 4 and up 1. We'll do it in red. What we have to do is we got to find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to the original line, which is L. So it's going to be, I'm going to do it in red, a red dotted line here. it's going to be coming up at 90 degrees, so it has to hit it at around 90 degrees. See the way that's 90 degrees there? Okay, so what we need to do is we know a point on this line, because we're going to use y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. We know a point that's on this red line. We know that this is the x1 and this is the y1 value. So we already know it's going to be x minus minus 4, which is x plus 4. And we already know it's going to be y minus 1. What we don't know is the slope. So my suggestion is get the slope of the original line, which is this blue line I'm talking about here, and then turn it upside down and change the sign to get the slope of the red line. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do y2 take away y1, and then we're going to do x2 take away x1. So it's going to be 4 take away 2 divided by minus 1 minus 2. So that is going to give me minus 2 over 3. We can check if that's right. 2 down, 3 across, 2 down, 3 across, 2 down, 3 across. Yeah, that's roughly right. So that's our slope there. Oh, sorry, no, that's not the slope we're looking for. That's the slope of the blue line. I need the slope of the red line. So the slope of k has to equal, turn it upside down, 3 over 2, change a negative fraction into a positive fraction. So look, 2 across, 3 up, 2 across, 3 up. It's roughly the slope I was expecting, 3 over 2. 2 is division on the right, makes it multiplication on the left, so you multiply this by 2. And then it's 3 times x plus 4, which is 3x plus 12. Move everything to the left, so you get minus 3x plus 2y. And you get minus 2 minus 12 equals 0. Minus 3x plus 2y minus 14 equals 0. Multiply both sides by negative. And Bob's your uncle. There you go. Question 13, done. 2, 5, 12, 13. And then 15. 2, 5, 12, 13. And now we're doing 15, okay? A taxi journey is charged a fixed amount plus an amount per kilometer. A journey of 4 kilometers costs €8, and a journey of 12 kilometers costs €12. Okay. Express the cost as points in the form journey and costs. Okay. So journey, so these are the points 4, 8, and the points 12, 12. Find the equation of the line that passes through these points. Okay, so the slope is going to be y2 minus y1 for x2 minus x1. So it's going to be, call this x2 y2 and call this one x1 y1. So it's going to be 12 take away 8. And then the other one's going to be 12 take away 4. And this is going to be 4 over 8, which is 1 over. In a way, what does this mean? Well, think about it. If you take the two of these away from each other, what's the difference in price? The difference in price is €4 when you take 12 take away 8. And the difference in distance is 8 kilometers. So the extra 8 kilometers cost the other person €4. Divide 4 by 8 and you get 0.50. This is euro per kilometer, and that's what the slope means. Okay, so the charge per kilometer is 50 cents. Now it's going to want me to plot the points and construct a line showing the cost of the taxi journey. Okay, so I'm going to get my graph paper from the last page, like so. Okay, so since I'm asked to plot it this time, I need to be write a bit more about my axes, because it needs to be proper this time. Okay, so what we can say here is 1 kilometer, oh sorry, kilometers, yeah, we might go up in 2s, 3s, I'll go up in 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. See which way does it want me to do it. So what we're doing there is journey length in kilometers is the x-axis. That's the x-axis. The reason why I knew it was the x-axis is tells me here. So that's x and that's y, and the cost has to be the y-axis. We'll do a similar thing here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21. Okay, and cost in euro. So you just put euro in brackets. Now the 2 points we had were 4, 8, and 12, 12. So this is 4. And where's 8? 8 is here. So this point here is 4, 8. 12, 12 should be easy enough to do. There's 12, 12. Now we draw this line and continue it straight through. Okay, so we can see that at 0 kilometers, when you travel no distance, it costs €6. So it must cost you €6 to get into the taxi. Okay, fixed charge is €6. All right, guys, that's us done. Done and done. Happy days. Did I ever find the equation of the line? Actually, sorry guys, I never finished off part 2. I never found the equation of the line for you. It's y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. And what we do here is the slope is a half. Then it's we use 4, 8 as x1 and y1, so it's x minus 4 and then y minus 8. Multiply it by 2 and we get 2y minus 16 equals x minus 4. Bring everything to the left and we get minus x plus 2y minus 16 plus 4 is minus 12 equal to 0. Then multiply both sides by a minus and we get x minus 2y plus 12 equals 0. Alright guys, that's it done there. So these are questions 2, 3, 12, 13 and 15.